20. 127 front Panama City Beach. Overview update.
69.
69. Passengers of signal to.
Demo.
Recording. Recording.
Yeah, full on, the door opens and he's trying to go inside. I'm like, oh, hell no. See, look at him. Get him in this car.
Sorry, man, my buddy's been drinking tonight. So.
Well, your buddy wants to go to jail. He's gonna keep opening the door.
I'm gonna go to jail for opening the door.
You are detained on a traffic stop right now.
Just stay in the car.
So I'm gonna go to jail for opening the door.
No, if you try to get out of the car.
Just stay in the car. It's that easy. Just stay in the car.
Dude, y'all got a problem in between having too much custody and thinking you own the.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Take it easy, man.
He hasn't done anything wrong.
Just sit in the car, man. Please, just sit in the car. Take it easy. Just take it easy.
I got it. Will you please shut my door? I own this car. They're staying here. They're trying to go to their hotel.
I don't want that
room.
phone right now.
I know, but it's the proof of insurance he asked for. I'm very sorry. We're trying to take them to their hotel room.
I've given everything they've asked for tonight, and to pull me out of this car is within.
They're not playing like this. Just sit here. Just sit here. Just take it easy. Just.
If he can sit down, like an adult.
Can you sit in the car and wait till the traffic stop's done?
Hey,
yes.
hey, did you
Say
need
yes.
this, sir?
Yes,
I got it. Thank you.
No, he doesn't need it.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to close the door because you are detained on a traffic stop.
Alright,
Just take it easy.
do that, bro.
Okay?
Take it easy.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Giving you the cheat sheet.
About your
Hey,
life.
he's helping you out. Just take it easy.
Yeah, it's 16, 17.
Go ahead, go get his ID.
Passenger?
Yeah.
Or you want everyone's ID?
No, I just want his ID.
I need his ID. I need his ID.
My ID?
Yep.
Man. What y'all need my ID for?
Why?
Here.
What has he done wrong?
Give me your ID too.
I will hand you my ID, but that's not.
Do you have a firearm on you?
No.
Do you have a firearm?
No, we have no guns. I'm not giving you my ID.
Yeah, actually you can give me your ID because everyone in this vehicle is detained. And if you don't give me your ID, because you're on a traffic stop, do you see those blue lights behind you? Give me your ID.
In the U.S. Court of Appeals case Stuffelbeam v. Harris, the court concluded that an officer can request ID from a passenger, but if the officer has no reason to contact the passenger regarding any sort of investigation, the passenger is not required to provide identification.
No,
Or you can go to jail.
Y'all can take me to jail. I ain't did a mother
Her out.
wrong.
Who's in the firearm?
What?
Brandy, just give him your
No,
driver's
I've
license.
done nothing wrong.
Brandy, please.
She doesn't want to give me her ID. She wants to lip off about it, so. Open this door.
Oh, y'all want to pat my ass down?
No, I'm going to give you one option.
Brandy,
I
just
have done nothing wrong.
You are required to give me your driver's
No, I'm
license.
not. No,
All right,
I am
come on, bud.
not.
Step out. Now she's going to play the hard game.
Please don't hurt, man.
I've done nothing wrong. Y'all won't pull me out of here.
No, I'm going to ask you to
over,
step out.
everybody inside this vehicle is detained.
No, I've done nothing.
If you don't step out of the car, I'm going to pull you out of the car.
Oh, and when you do, that's a crime on you, so go ahead.
So I'm asking you very politely.
I'm trying to help y'all get out of here tonight.
Nothing wrong here. Nothing.
Okay.
What have I done wrong
When
here?
somebody
big
is
bad
Chill.
Ooh, what y'all gonna
Where are you
do?
going?
I've
Go back
done
over here.
nothing wrong.
What have I done wrong here?
You're detained on a
Let
traffic
me
stop
know.
right now.
Come over here.
I ain't driving.
Walk over here.
I'm not driving.
Walk over here.
This ain't got nothing to do with
You're
me.
about to go in handcuffs.
For what?
Because you're detained right now.
For what?
Walk over here.
Who's got the firearm?
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. Who's got the firearm?
No one has
Ooh,
a
we're
firearm.
gonna shoot y'all down here.
Okay.
Y'all are so stupid.
Is the vehicle registered to you?
Y'all.
Can I?
Is the vehicle registered to
Can I
you?
please get out because I'm at cramp.
Sure, come on.
I've done nothing
Please
wrong.
stop talking.
Where's your ID?
It's none of your
Yes,
business.
it's my
I've done
car.
nothing wrong. I'm not
Alright,
under
done.
arrest.
Stop.
No.
Relax.
I'm
Chill out.
like,
Give me
what
this
the
hand.
f are y'all doing?
Stop now.
Are you crazy?
Stop now.
What have I done?
Stop.
Let go. Let go.
We're trying to get y'all out of here, but y'all want to be difficult.
She just doesn't want to give you her ID.
Watch him now.
I've done nothing wrong here. Are y'all f***ing serious?
Chill. Everyone chill.
Come on, man.
What have I done?
Because now everyone's going to start doing this.
No.
Everybody inside the vehicle is
What
detained.
have I
Get
done
inside the
wrong?
Okay.
vehicle.
Anyone going to that?
Not drunk.
Okay, I understand that.
My friends have been drinking all
Okay.
day, and they're staying at this hotel room.
Okay, cool. So
They
here's
told
here's
them
what's
the
going on.
wrong place.
So here's what's going on. Traffic stop. I don't even know why he stopped you.
He said we
However,
had a bicycle.
however, everyone in the vehicle is detained
Yeah.
on a traffic stop.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay?
He tried to get out, so why are we all?
Because he cannot leave the vehicle.
I
And
understand.
then we can ID everyone in the vehicle. And by her refusing to give us an ID, is resisting arrest.
I
Because
don't
you
know
are-
about that. There's a
Oh,
lot of
I know a
people
lot
that
about
force
that.
it.
So
You can choose to not give your ID.
No,
No.
everybody
She
inside
wasn't
this vehicle is
driving.
detained.
everyone in the vehicle is
Everybody.
detained.
Okay, so if she
Passengers
gives
and
you her
drivers.
ID, can she leave because she's a
That's
nurse
all I
and
want.
she's never
That's all we asked
Can I
her.
talk to
This
her?
doesn't have to happen. I just want her ID.
I'm not drunk. I'm fine. But can I talk to her?
Just go talk.
Where's everyone else's ID?
Because unfortunately, y'all are talking to the drunkest two people that weren't driving,
Okay.
and we're just trying to get them home so me and him can go to our
And I
house.
want to get y'all home.
So can I talk
But
to
if she
her?
wants to be difficult, then
I
I'll be difficult
understand,
back.
but I'm not being an asshole to you. So can I
I
please
got
talk
you.
to her?
You can talk to her.
Thank
If you can calm her down.
Actually, you know what? F her. Hold on.
Oh, you got it first. Okay.
See, and you gave us your ID, so awesome, thank you.
Don't open the door.
I'm sorry.
No. Close the door.
I
Move.
have done nothing wrong. I can give them this, or you can go to jail tonight. Give them my. All right.
I ain't done nothing
I know you
wrong.
have. I know you have it. Put your legs back in there. It's okay. She can fight him later. I'm sorry.
All right, you can go hang up over there.
I will. I don't even know
Just go
where my.
stand.
Did you
Okay.
get my
Yep,
ID?
yep, just go stand
Okay,
right
I was
over
about to
there.
say, 'cause I don't even know where.
All right.
I'm a good ass citizen. I'm a nurse. Yo. Fucking think y'all got some power. Got a bag. Yo. I'm already out of this.
Yeah.
What y'all want us to do?
We got one detained right now.
Take me to jail for fucking what? I've done nothing wrong.
What? They're good. What started is the passenger wanted to get out. That's when Owens called me over. Came out here, wanted to open the door. Door was open, was arguing back and forth.
Who's the driver?
Driver is a gentleman in the camo right there, no hat. So I tried to get his ID, the passenger, because Owens wanted it. And the back two passengers wanted to lip off about they don't have to produce ID. She wanted to run her mouth and say, you can't ask for my ID. I said, absolutely we can, blah, blah, blah. She didn't want to give it up, pulled her out of the car. She still didn't want to give it after a couple times, so now she's in handcuffs.
I'm well aware of that, but sometimes you have to secret out in the jail cell so that all the cars can be dropped and all.
And that's why you're not in handcuffs. And that's why you're not in handcuffs.
Stop, Tab.
3742.
Where are they from?
They have Florida driver's licenses.
Yeah.
Ask for ID. I don't know why you're shrugging. She didn't give it to us.
Where's
that?
They're staying here. Can we leave?
No, you are all detained on a traffic stop.
Hey,
That's what started this whole thing, remember?
You get her out and put her over there.
I don't know what happened. I'm just here.
Your friends are on some bullshit. This is why don't nobody like the cops.
Hey, I'm letting you out so I don't take you to jail. Shut up now. Then I'm about to put you back in handcuffs and take you to jail.
Do you want to go to jail?
Stop talking.
It is a really simple question.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Y'all gonna hear it.
Nobody wants to hear what? That she's a nurse?
He
She
should
helps
let
y'all
her
fucking
out of the
fucking
car
shot?
so
Who
she
the f*** you know?
Do not.
She'll fucking let y'all die, dog. She'll let y'all die. I wish y'all could die. You ain't nothing but a bitch. What?
Just stop. Okay.
What y'all gonna do to me? Well, what y'all gonna do to me? Because I was riding in the back seat and I got pulled out the back. Y'all gonna take me to jail?
They're all, those two are about to go to jail. If they don't shut up.
I'll sue the fuck out of y'all.
Do you guys understand? Are you guys staying here? Because your security is watching you guys. And they can make it any determination to evict you.
What are they gonna see? Some punk ass fucking police? Thinking y'all fucking MPB, baby. Motherfucker, Miami Police Department. Nah, bitch, y'all.
Hey.
Y'all weak ass motherfuckers.
Is she supposed to be in handcuffs in the back of your car?
Yeah.
She slipped them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Here you go, Hunter. Back pocket.
Thank you.
I'm ready to go to bed. I don't understand why I'm still sitting. Y'all got something on me I need to know?
All right.
We got drugs on.
So what I want you,
Hey, you want to search me, bro?
all right.
I got drugs.
What I want you to
I
do
don't
is
want to
teach
put my
all
hand
your
on
You
friends.
search me?
I don't want to touch it.
Huh?
Shut up! You're an adult. Shut up. Grow up.
You grow up. You think you talk too late.
When you can,
my old lady in your
put him in handcuffs.
Him?
Yes, disorderly conduct.
All right. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Owen, you're going to get fucking tased. You really want to get fucking tased?
I got my hands over
All right.
here.
Put them behind your fucking back. Put them behind your back.
Please stop, y'all. Let's just
Every
fucking go. Can we please, y'all, really?
guys should have took your friend's advice. Just shut up.
Did you continue to fight him?
I'm just sitting there.
Put your hand behind your back.
Put your hand behind your back.
He is. He isn't fighting anybody.
I'm just trying to give y'all a warning so I can go and find real crime.
Can we
Y'all
just
drunk.
go to our room?
No, absolutely not.
No.
No, you're being handcuffed.
No, he's going to jail. No, he's going to jail.
Why?
I
Disorderly
was
conduct.
literally just about to let y'all walk away. But no, we can't shut up.
Well, please do not do
No,
this.
I am done. Y'all are acting like kids. I'm trying to educate y'all so y'all don't die in a car crash. That's all I'm trying to do.
We're here at our hotel.
That's all I'm trying to do.
You
My
were
hotel
been
room.
running your mouth the entire time, and he just wanted y'all to go. Do you understand that?
I do.
You think he wants to take him to jail for something this stupid?
No.
You've been the only one quiet, so I appreciate it. But you two.
But can I ask
these
a
two?
question
Go ahead.
that I need to know? So if they weren't driving, but he was running his mouth
Here,
and
if
producing
you want
ideas.
to look it up. Brendlin versus California.
Facts and case summary. Brendlin v. California. Brendlin v. California, 551 U.S. _ 127 South Court 2400, 2007. Under the Fourth Amendment's search and seizure provisions, a car passenger in a traffic stop may challenge the legality of the stop. Facts: the police pulled over a vehicle to determine whether the driver was driving with expired tags. During the stop, an officer recognized the defendant, Bruce Brendlin, as a parole violator. The officer arrested the defendant and found methamphetamine on his person. The defendant was charged with parole violation and possession of narcotics. At his trial, he moved to suppress, keep out, the narcotics, stating that the police lacked justification to stop the automobile in the first place. The defendant's argument was that the temporary plates indicated that an application for renewal of an expired license was pending. The state of California conceded, on appeal, that the stop was unjustified. Procedure: the case was tried in the California state court system. The trial court held that the passenger had not been seized for Fourth Amendment purposes. The evidence was admitted and the defendant was convicted. The Court of Appeals reversed. The California Supreme Court reinstated the drug evidence and the conviction. The U.S. Supreme Court granted certiorari to hear the case. Issue: whether, under the Fourth Amendment, a passenger during a traffic stop is seized so that the passenger may challenge the legality of the stop. Ruling: yes. Reasoning: any person seized by a government agent can challenge the legality of that seizure. In United States v. Mendenhall, 446 U.S. 544 1980, the court held that the test for determining whether a person is seized is whether a reasonable person would feel free to leave under the circumstances. Under the circumstances of this case, no reasonable passenger would have felt free to leave the scene. Although the state of California noted that the defendant might have felt free to leave because he opened, then shut, his door during the stop, the test is objective: what a reasonable person would conclude, not what a particular defendant thinks. The U.S. Supreme Court rejected several findings by the California Supreme Court. The U.S. Supreme Court disagreed with the finding that the police only intended to investigate the driver. It also rejected the California court's concerns that passengers in taxis, buses, and other commercial transportation could be subject to investigation and possible arrest when the driver is pulled over. The U.S. Supreme Court noted that there is a difference between social passengers in private transportation and passengers in commercial transportation.
Brendlin versus
I don't care
California.
about California.
No, that's Supreme Court law.
That's federal court.
That's so, he's answering your question.
No, he's going to jail.
All I want you to do is shut up, dude. That's all. It's easy. I was literally about to let y'all go.
It's not bullshit, it's disorderly conduct.
Just let us go.
It's disorderly conduct.
Just let him go.
Please back off from
Back up from the door.
No, y'all taking me too far. This is some bullshit.
He's going to jail.
Wrong with your heart. Stop.
Give me cuffs.
I don't have any cups.
I'm not acting a fool.
Yeah, you're pulling away. Stop. 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 Relax and chill out.
I am. Can you
Stop moving your arm.
please
Stop moving your arm.
26 units, checking status.
hand me my bag? Like you don't have to put me in
What?
handcuffs.
This.
You don't have to put me in handcuffs.
Stop now.
It's broken. Brandy!
Have one resisting.
Brandy, stop it!
Roll over. Put your hand behind your back.
Do it any stop! Brandy, just stop! You let him do it! Just let him do it! It's too late! Just let him do it! This is bullshit and y'all know it. Caitlin, please! Caitlin, get my bag! Yeah, she's trying to stay
28, can you get to 96?
I'm about to be in the elevator. I'll be down the shore.
My apologies.
Caitlin, y'all.
Public order and obstruction. Disorderly conduct. Florida law. Definition, penalties, and defenses. In Florida, disorderly conduct, breach of peace, occurs where an individual disturbs the peace and quiet of the public, outrages public decency, or engages in fighting. The offense is classified as a second-degree misdemeanor, with penalties that may include jail, probation, and the creation of a permanent criminal record. Definition of disorderly conduct. The definition of disorderly conduct or breach of peace is contained in Section 877.03, Florida statutes. Under the statute, the offense includes any act deemed sufficient to corrupt the public morals, or outrage the sense of public decency, or affect the peace and quiet of persons who may observe the act. Disorderly conduct also encompasses brawling or fighting. The terms used to define disorderly conduct and breach of peace are exceptionally broad and can encompass a variety of factual scenarios. For every case, the terms must be viewed in light of their common law meaning. Gonzales v. City of Belle Glade, 287 So.2d 669, Florida, 1973. Penalties for disorderly conduct. Under Florida law, disorderly conduct or breach of peace is classified as a second-degree misdemeanor, carrying penalties of up to 60 days in jail or 6 months of probation, and a $500 fine. These penalties represent the statutory maximum that is available for the charge, and do not reflect the likely sentence that will be imposed in the vast majority of cases. For first-time offenders, jail time, usually less than 60 days, is a realistic possibility where the accused's conduct involved highly disrespectful or disruptive actions towards police, or posed a legitimate endangerment to public safety. This is especially true where alcohol or drugs are involved. For most first-time offenders, however, the main risk of a disorderly conduct prosecution is the creation of a permanent criminal record, and a probation sentence, which commonly includes community service. For repeat offenders, or for persons with extensive criminal histories, jail is not only a possibility, but, with the wrong prosecutor, can be a probability. Defenses to disorderly conduct. Disorderly conduct is one of the most defendable charges in all of Florida criminal law. Despite the broad wording of the statute, a conviction generally cannot stand where the accused merely creates an annoyance, uses profanity, causes a crowd to gather, or displays a belligerent attitude. Mere verbal conduct is also an insufficient basis for a conviction. Verbal conduct. First Amendment. Where a defendant engages in purely verbal conduct, the First Amendment to the United States Constitution limits the application of Florida's disorderly conduct statute to so-called fighting words or words like shouts of fire in a crowded theater. See State v. Saunders, 339 So. 2d 641, Florida 1976, Wiltzer v. State, 756 So.2d 1063, Florida 4th DCA 2000. Fighting words are defined as words which by their very utterance inflict injury or tend to incite an immediate breach of the peace. White v. State, 330 So. 2d 3, 6, Florida, 1976, citing Chaplinsky v. New Hampshire, 315 U.S. 568, 1942. The Florida Supreme Court has further clarified that words like shouts of fire in crowded theater means words, known to be false, reporting some physical hazard in circumstances where such a report creates a clear and present danger of bodily harm to others. Saunders, 339 So.2d at 644. Given the strict construction of Section 877.03, words alone are generally insufficient to sustain a conviction for disorderly conduct. ACV. State, 14 So. 3D 1118, Florida 5th DCA 2009, holding that in the absence of evidence that the juvenile was trying to incite a crowd or that a safety risk was posed from a crowd, loud speech and profanity were insufficient to support a disorderly conduct conviction. WLV. State, 769 So. 2D 1132, Florida 3D DCA 2000 First Amendment protected profanities and offensive speech, and therefore prohibited arrest and delinquency adjudication for disorderly conduct. Mere profanity or yelling at police officers do not have privileged position with regard to First Amendment speech protections. Thus, a defendant generally cannot be convicted for disorderly conduct where he or she merely uses profanity, swear words, or obscenities towards law enforcement, or yells loudly at an officer. Source, CPV. State, 644 So. 2D 600, Florida 2D DCA 1994, evidence insufficient for disorderly conduct where a juvenile stated "fuck you, PY cracker" to a police officer and then, during arrest, yelled so loudly that other occupants at a hotel came out of their rooms. KYEV. State, 557 So. 2D 956, 957, Florida 1st DCA 1990, reversing a conviction for disorderly conduct where a defendant repeatedly sang "fuck the police" during an officer's conversation with another person, and yelled so loudly that his statements could be heard across the street, where adults and children had gathered. KSV. State, 697 So. 2D 1275, Florida 3D DCA 1997, loud and obscene yelling at police insufficient to support disorderly conduct conviction. Speech with additional acts. Not all speech towards police officers will be protected by the First Amendment. Where the speech is coupled with nonverbal conduct which infringes on the ability of a police officer to fulfill his or her duties, a conviction for disorderly conduct will be allowed to stand. Thus, in CLBV. State, 689 So. 2D 1171, Florida 2D DCA 1997, a defendant yelled obscenities at a police officer and members of a crowd during the officer's arrest of another suspect. The defendant approached the officer so closely that the officer had to repeatedly push the defendant away. On these facts, the 2nd District Court of Appeal upheld the disorderly conduct conviction because the defendant's nonverbal acts interfered with the officer's arrest of another person. See also Wiltzer v. State, 756 So.2D 1063, 1066, Florida 4th DCA 2000, holding that Wiltzer's words in combination with his nonverbal acts of bumping into the police officer, brushing the officer aside, and throwing his wallet at the officer were sufficient to support a conviction for disorderly conduct. Berry v. State, 934 So. 2D 656, 658, Florida 2D DCA 2006, observing that protected speech can be rendered unprotected where the speech is coupled with additional physical actions. Loudness, annoyance, belligerent conduct, such as yelling or cursing, which is merely loud, belligerent, or annoying is insufficient to sustain a conviction for disorderly conduct. Breach of peace. Source, Miller v. State, 780 So.2D 197, Florida 2D DCA 2001, loud yelling and belligerent attitude insufficient for conviction because there was no evidence that the defendant's actions were more than a mere annoyance to those around her. Miller v. State, 667 So.2D 325, 328, Florida 1st DCA 1995, reversing conviction for disorderly conduct and stating that there must be something more than loud or profane language and a belligerent attitude, LATV. State, 650 so. 2D 214, 218, Florida 3D DCA 1995, reversing disorderly conduct conviction obtained on the basis of defendant loudly and profanely protesting police. Making a scene or causing crowd to gather. The First Amendment does not permit the criminalization of actions that cause people to take notice. CLBV. State, 689 so. 2D at 1172. Thus, the mere fact that other people come outside or stop to observe events during an alleged breach of the peace is inadequate to sustain a conviction for disorderly conduct. Berry v. State, 934 so. 2D 656, 659, Florida 2D DCA 2006. Instead, there must be some evidence that the crowd is actually responding to the defendant's words in some way that threatens to breach the peace. Source, Berry, 934 so. 2D at 659, KSV. State, 697 so. 2D 1275, 1276, Florida 3D DCA 1997, reversing adjudication for disorderly conduct even though a crowd gathered to watch the goings-on because the crowd did not respond to KS's words or attempt to otherwise breach the peace, BRV. State, 657 so. 2D 1184, 1186, Florida 1st DCA 1995, reversing adjudication for disorderly conduct even though everyone in a nearby laundry came out and passers-by stopped to watch when there was no evidence that the defendant's yelling incited anyone in the area to an immediate breach of the peace, CTV. State, 644 so. 2D 200, Florida 2D DCA 1994, reversing a conviction even though a crowd had gathered outside a motel room as a result of the defendant's actions. Self-defense. Contrary to the beliefs of many prosecutors, self-defense is a valid defense to a charge of disorderly conduct. SDG v. State, 919 so. 2D 704, 705, Florida 5th DCA 2006. However, the defense applies only if the defendant did not provoke the fight or other altercation. Id. DMLV. State, 773 so. 2D 1216, 1217, Florida 3D DCA 2000. Self-defense claims are often raised where the allegations involve fighting or brawling. Once a defendant produces evidence supporting a claim of self-defense, the state is required to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the actions were not taken in self-defense to sustain a finding of guilt. Hernandez-Ramos v. State, 496 so. 2D 837, Florida 2D DCA 1986.
Calling your fucking mama, don't fucking worry. Your mama, Teresa, Shannon, all of them. Your circuit judge will fucking love this.
Hey, I'm sorry, buddy.
I was literally about to let y'all go.
I understand you're trying to do your job, man. I'm sorry.
Just let me finish up real fast.
I know you're letting me go. I'm sorry, man. I understand you're doing your job.
What do you need from him? I know, we're sorry, but what else do we need from him? It's a shitty situation we're putting in.
The question is, can I give them another chance? Can I give them tickets and y'all get out of here?
You could, but I can't vouch for them because they're acting like fucking idiots.
I will
can't help them.
Walk their ass to the hotel room.
I don't think they want them in there.
I don't think they do
They're
either.
videotaping. I'm thinking it's hilarious.
What is their problem?
They're drunk and they wanted to go to their room.
Well, now they're probably getting evicted from the room too.
Yeah, because this homeboy maintenance man thought it was funny to video y'all body slammer. He thought it was hilarious. I don't care. Go on.
20 is 14. I believe he's still in the elevator. Might not be able to hear you.
Like you said, we're all adults here. Let's talk like adults.
Exactly. Your friends literally just put themselves in this situation.
I know, and I don't know what to to do to force him to stop acting
So here's
like that,
the reason
so
why
I
this
can't
even
promise
this is
nothing.
the reason.
How old is this one?
We're all too old for this shit. 34, 27,
Okay.
I'm
So they know,
28.
I don't care
Yes.
So
about
listen.
any of this then.
Yes.
So the
They're not
issue
kids.
that resolved is he tried to get out when I pulled you over.
I know. And that's, you should.
He got back in, that's fine. Problem is, he tried to do it again. What really ticked me off is when he actually got out of his car. You don't do that.
Exactly.
All right.
And I tried my best to get in the car.
Federal law, federal court has already deemed that when a traffic stop is conducted on a vehicle, every passenger inside the vehicle are detained.
Yes.
You cannot leave. If you run, that's reasonable suspicion to me believe you have a warrant or something illegal or something's bad happening.
Yes.
You do not evade police, no matter if you're a passenger and didn't do anything. Nobody can leave that vehicle. And when I asked to identify, because I have reasonable suspicion to believe something's going on now because he wants to run away, that means everybody's detained till I figure out what the hell is going on.
Yes.
I kept trying to explain repeatedly.
That's all I want to
no
do.
one would listen
I
to
ran
me.
everybody's ID and everybody's clean.
They said the wrong turn lane. Chase got in the wrong lane. That's why he was in the bicycle
That's
lane.
fine.
This is the room, and he was trying to get out to go to their room. He wasn't even 100% sure what was going on, why there was lights.
Right.
Because they're belligerently drunk. We're trying to
And
take them to their
okay,
room.
but we can't have them
I
acting
understand, but if you were to yank my boyfriend out of a car, my drunk belligerent self, and probably if you had a wife and she got yanked out of a car, you probably would do the same
that's
thing.
understandable.
And they're drunk and belligerent. We're trying to fix their problem, but no one would listen to the sober people. And I understand you don't have to do that. I get that, but I was begging you, please listen to me, because I'm trying to help eradicate this situation, and not one person but this lady would listen to me.
I'm trying to
When I was
listen,
trying
but I
to get
can't listen
my
to
proof
y'all
of insurance.
when those
Y'all
two.
kept saying, I don't care about that. And I'm like, well, apparently you did 5 minutes ago.
I do care, but the problem is I'm having to deal with a whole new situation that's exceeding this traffic.
We got Owens 1050 car in the bike lane, pull in front of Holiday Inn. 2 passengers are signal 2, not the driver. The passenger tried to get out, that's why Owens called for another unit. Get up there, the signal 2 passengers just keeps wanting to like get out of the car and like, oh, we stay here, we have no reason to stay here. Kept opening the door. You ready, Sergeant? So, you know, Owens gets the driver, he's doing it, he's like, hey, get the passenger. So I get the passenger, passengers give me ID, 2 people in the back of the car. Like, why does he have to do that, blah, 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 you know, everyone's here detained. Lady in the back wanted to keep flipping off. So I was like, you know what, both of you guys can give me your IDs too. And she's like, no, I'm not giving that to you, so pretty much went through ask, tell, make. She got out of the car, we're like, this is your opportunity, give us your ID. No, f*** y'all, blah, blah, blah. So we detained her for resisting without. Then Owens gets her ID, the friend's like, here's her ID. Owens runs them all. They all come back clean. So Owens is like, I'm just gonna let them all go. And the 2 signal, like, lets the girl out. The 2 signal 2 people just keep running their mouth. One of the guys is like, oh, I'll beat all your asses, fuck the police, all this stuff. Just being disorderly as f*** in front of the Holiday Inn. So Owens is like, you know what, he's going in cuffs for disorderly. So we put him in cuffs for disorderly, and then his signal 2 girlfriend starts just like, oh my God, they're putting him in the back of the cop car. She starts essentially freaking out. Keeps trying to go up to Owens while he's putting him in the back of the car. We try to put handcuffs on her. She resists. So, you know, we all had to take her to the ground and cuff her. So now that Gully and Owens are talking to the other 2 people in the car about what's going on. I don't know why Owens requested a supervisor, but that's what we got. Yeah, I don't know why he's requesting a supervisor. So. All right, 10-4, sir.
I got everybody's.
Okay.
All right. I got your.
Yes, sir.
All right. And
Pictures don't know who you are.
And you're Miss. You know, from Congo. All right. If y'all can just get that started, get the heater going.
Okay.
Stand by for a second.
It only works if you rev up the. You gotta get up to certain RPMs for my heater to kick in. No,
Okay.
I don't care.
Just stand by for a second. Let me
Yes, I got her.
let me get this going.
He's right there.
So
I just factory sarged some.
what is it?
I just factory sarged.
Okay. So what's probably going to end up happening is she's going to go sit in the drunk tank. And whenever she sobers up, she can get an NTA for resisting.
Did she get searched the first time?
No.
And she slipped the cuffs the first time.
Yeah. So
I'll go over there.
Hey, listen to me. I know you're drunk. I need you to step out of the car, and I'm going to search you, and I'm going to make sure you don't have anything on you. This can go left, and this can go right, okay? So let's just keep it civil.
are you Mr. Thomas?
I'm going to search you.
All right.
and then
Do you have your firearm on you? Okay. What does it take for you to be able to go home tonight instead of jail?
I just have to make sure you don't have.
I got you.
knives.
Me up and down. I ain't got shit on me. I just want to go to her room.
What is it going to take?
Well, that ain't happening.
What is it going to take? Because obviously trying to let y'all go with a warning isn't that.
You have anything in your mouth?
Right. So I tried when I walked up and let her out. I was going to let y'all go. That's why I let her out of the car. Right. So I'm trying to get you inside of a hotel. So what is that going to take?
Thank you for coming. Whose car is that?
That would be hers, and that's her boyfriend driving.
What's up?
Can I tell her something real quick?
What do you need to tell her?
Randy, can I tell her something real quick?
What do you need to tell her?
That her sister's calling Shannon Saunders and that she'll be out. She'll be good. He's a circuit judge here.
Well, that's our supervisor.
That's fine. I'm not saying
Okay, cool.
she
That's
can
our
get you
supervisor.
out. She can get out of trouble. I'm not saying that. I just
That's exactly what you're saying.
No,
on
her
public
sister
record,
wants
okay?
her to know.
That's a supervisor.
that-
Okay, you can
Here,
talk.
I'm going to talk to him real fast.
I'm trying to let my friend know that I'm calling her sister, and her sister said she's calling the lawyer. Is all. Her lawyer.
That's fine, that's her right.
Trying to let her know, but he
She can make
said
that phone
that
call
that
from
was
jail.
me making a
You said
statement.
a circuit judge.
He is a circuit judge. He's also a family lawyer.
Okay, that's fine.
I wasn't saying he's
She can
anyone's
call whoever
boss
she
by
likes.
no means. I was just wanting to let her know that, not to intimidate anyone. So
No,
please tell him
no.
I've not been an asshole this whole
No,
time.
no, she's good. She's
I just
good.
want her to not panic.
Can you assist her with
Never
making phone
mind.
calls?
Don't even worry about it.
Can you come talk
You're the only
to me?
Thank you for being nice. the
No
whole
problem.
time.
Okay. So I conduct a traffic stop on this vehicle for driving in the bike lane. Alright. I pull him over, we get right here. When I call out 1050 Florida, and then when I say, can I get another unit? It's because the passenger leaves the vehicle. He opens the door and starts walking inside. I scream, hey, get back in the vehicle. Come up, get the driver's ID, get his registration. She's pulling up the insurance in the back seat. Alright? I get back to my patrol car, Tab gets here, he tries to get out again. So at that point, I want everybody's ID because I have reasonable suspicions that something weird's going on because the passenger's trying to evade. So I heard something about a firearm. You'll have to ask Tab. I guess the guy that I have back in my car has a concealed weapons permit. So he said he doesn't have a firearm, and there's no firearm in the car. So at this point, it's officer safety because I heard the word firearm.
Yeah.
That's just on me. All right. So I asked. Tab's trying to get her ID. She doesn't want to give it to us. All right. So she's being belligerent, yelling out of the car.
The 1015?
The female 1050.
Okay.
She's being belligerent, hollering, screaming, and all that, and everybody inside, the employees and all that. So she gets detained, pulls on us, resists with us, and all that stuff. She gets put in the car, my car. She pulls out of the cuffs, she sits in the car. She finally, I guess, what I think calms down. She's not talking, she's not doing anything. So I'll say, all right, this is your chance. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let y'all go online. So I come over, put him. I walk. Sydney takes her out. She walks over. She doesn't have handcuffs on anymore at this point. All right. Then he starts yelling, hollering, saying y'all ain't shit, blah, 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 blah. All right, so now he's 10-15 for disorderly. And then she wants to, female, his girlfriend, also drunk, that we just let out of the car, is now trying to pull on us, pull on me, trying to keep us from 10-15ing, or putting him in the car.
Okay.
She keeps coming up, we tell her to back off, back off, back off. She's not backing off. Tab tries to put her in handcuffs, she starts resisting, she gets brought to the ground. Now she's in the back of that car. So if anything, she's got resisting, he's got disorder.
She's
She's
pushing
a
on you
Gully's
guys?
She got put on the ground. She was pulling away. She would not let us hit 10-15.
Was she pushing on you guys?
Pushing? No. She wasn't. Did she push on you?
What? Yeah, she was like pushing to try to get away. Like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah, she was trying to.
And then I had it. She like.
Well, when she was trying to pull you guys off her brother, was she pushing on you guys?
Yeah, she was in between right when we 10-15 him there, while he was preventing from putting his back. He was pushing us. She was trying to get in between us.
If she was pushing you guys, 33 LEO.
I'm not trying to hurt. I'm not trying to hammer up that bad. Apparently, she's a nurse. I'm not trying to. I literally was about to let them go and just have a good day, drive safe.
But she like when she like got out of the kind of grabbed the cuffs and I had.
That's all I was literally. You can ask Cindy. I told her, get out of the vehicle, be quiet. That's all you got to do, and leave.
Yeah, they failed to follow our instructions multiple times. They had plenty of chances.
Those two are fine. Those two are the sober parties. They're being responsible. They're listening. They're great.
Okay.
Those two were like, we're not giving you your IDs. We don't have to do that.
Did he refuse to give ID too?
No, he
gave the ID. She's the one that would.
The problem was is she didn't want to give her ID because she was mad that we were asking for his ID. So she didn't want to produce her ID. Gave her numerous times to, pulled her out of the car, asked her again. She didn't want to do it. That's why she went in cuffs the first time.
Easy enough.
And then when I tried to let him go, then yeah, they're going to have to go across.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm all for sending them across because they're just gonna have issues later on. So.
What did Holiday Inn Security?
They don't want them here, but they can come back here in the morning to get their stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, so 42 of them then. They can,
you want to ask them if they want to pursue for disorderly on a business?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got. So the reason why I'm identified everybody is because we kept trying to leave.
I mean, you have the right to ID.
Oh, yeah, I know I do. But I have reason suspicion something weird was going on.
Do you guys want to pursue charges?
Where did they come from, Coyotes?
No, they pulled out of Front Beach R. Jackson. They were coming north. I don't know where they pulled out from there. He just turned right and he stayed in the turn lane. And he rode down the turn lane until he turned into here.
No, the two are going to jail. These two have been fined. I don't know if they're staying here tonight.
I really didn't want to do this. I even told them I'm in here looking for drugs and DUIs right now.
Yeah,
I was literally about to tell y'all to have a great day and educate you because we had a guy get run over by an 18-wheeler yesterday. I'm not trying to scrape anybody off the ground tonight. That's all it is. But no, they just
y'all need
shut
us
up.
to do anything or any thing like that?
No, just regular disorder.
And they said if they're going to jail, they don't want to do 42s.
Okay.
So they said if they're going to jail, they don't want to do 42s because they check out tomorrow. So they just will put a note on their reservation to not allow them to extend it. So,
easy enough.
All right. All right. Ma'am, would you like me to explain the whole situation that we're going from point A to point B?
Hey, yeah, they're both going to jail. Her and Leland.
Now, was it like she was pulling away from you and she fell, or was she like actually?
Assuming
I got one cuff on,
was resisting
and when I put
arrest
one
or
cuff on,
some
she's
shit.
like, oh, I grabbed her arm up, so I grabbed her cuff, and I had to bring her down. She still wanted to fight, so just hugged into her leg sweep, took her down.
Did you use response to resistance?
Yeah. So.
I mean, they're not
talk
being
to them
let
too.
loose
Make sure once you get to the jail or whoever's transporting, they do a good look over.
Do you want to talk to the cops in here?
If she has injuries, they can photographs of. And
It's her sister.
It's her sister?
She's a lot nicer.
All right. What's her name?
Tiffany.
Hello, Tiffany. Hey, this is Officer Owens with the Beach Police. It's fine. Okay.
So Holiday Inn staff is saying if them two want to give y'all permission to go in their room, if y'all want to get their stuff.
Do you? So this is a decision on my corporal, all right? And where are you at?
Their reservation ends at 11. They're not.
I'm gonna let you talk to my corporal. Right, he's in charge. He's all about taking them to jail because she fought us in resistance. So it's probably going to be a no for her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming.
That's the only issue because she pulled away from us, and we even gave her a second chance. So I put her in the car, and then I let her go, and then she just kept going.
You were videotaping her getting body slammed.
All right, I'll let you throw it, the ball to my corporal, but I promise you, I don't know how it's going to work out.
never mind.
All right, this is Tiffany, her sister.
Just let them know that, you know, they're checking out in the morning, so we're going to not allow them to extend. And we're going to lock their room out, so they'll have to come talk to security whenever they come back to get their stuff.
Right. Did y'all actually record on your phones? Because we'll need it for evidence. Nobody? Do y'all have video in the front?
We have a front parking camera, which if you guys want this being, I mean, we have that camera and our front entrance camera.
All right. I'll get over with you in a little bit and look at it just to see if we want it or not. And then if I do, I'll type up a subpoena.
Did you go hands-on with the female when she was resisting with me?
You brought her to the ground, and then I just put the. I don't even remember. Did I put the handcuffs on her?
I said
it was
grab
you
my
and goalie. I was trying to talk on the radio.
Absolutely. All right, thank you.
Here you go now.
I think if he was about to just let him go.
She's still on the phone, I think. That's what I said. I said you can throw the ball to him, but.
Hey, goalie. When I was trying to, when you were here, when I was trying to put her in cuffs, and she like, her arm flipped up, and I grabbed it, and she was like trying to run to the door. Did you go hands-on with, like, or was I the only one that took her to
Have I been
the
respectful?
Y'all have been great. All right, and I'm gonna have a conversation with that other officer, but. Thank y'all for y'all's time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I tried to shut the door multiple times.
I got you, and I believe you. Just
That's
do
why
your
we
research.
were driving them home because they were drunk, and we didn't want them walking from Rocket Lanes across the street.
Okay, just please do your research because when it's natural case law. When you're pulled over, everybody in the vehicle
just sits there.
It's all you gotta do.
All I gotta do is comply.
How many videos do you see on Facebook when the guy gets out of the car? It happens every time. All right.
I mean, I got an uncle and a cousin in law enforcement,
and I appreciate
so I know how it goes.
All right.
And I was just begging him. I'm just stay in the car, just shut the freaking door.
Y'all are free to go. All right. Y'all have been nothing but I don't want to ruin the rest of y'all's night. I'm sorry this has happened. I'm sorry this is what it has to come to. All right. Maybe have a conversation with your friends, but I appreciate y'all.
I got family in law enforcement, so I know how it goes.
But y'all are free to go.
I just beg them, just try to listen to me. I asked him, just stay in the car. He asked to stay in the car, just stay in the car.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate
Thank you for complying with my directions when I said open your door, stepping out. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So
I understand. Like I was telling him, I've got an uncle and a cousin in law enforcement, so I know how it is. And I just
thank you.
Trying to explain that to someone else who's just belligerently drunk is just, it's hard as hell. And I'm like sitting there grabbing him on his leg, and I'm like, just sit down.
No, I
appreciate
what you were trying to do.
Well, y'all are free to go. I'm giving you a warning for driving in the bike lane.
And I'm sorry, I didn't even realize.
You're all good, man.
I literally pulled out. I turned one left, one right too early, and I was like, "Oh, that's not the right one." And I pulled out, and I was like,
"Just nobody. You don't understand. Majority of our traffic stops on this trail
happens. You saw a guy get run over, by an 18-wheeler
last night. He's done.
It's not cool.
It's not cool.
I understand.
All right, and it's a bike lane, so they're supposed to have lights on their bikes, but who has lights on their bikes?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
I understand.
Please be safe. Y'all are good to go. I'm sorry. This is the outcome. But y'all are free to leave. All right. If y'all need anything, y'all can contact us.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
I'm sorry.
You're all good, man.
The way it's turned out, but that's
drive safe.
That's the way it is. Thank you.
God bless. Officer Owens, what can I be doing for you?
Do you want a 1015?
What?
You want a 1015? Here, yeah, actually, you do her for resisting. Because aren't you doing a
Use for?
Yeah. So let that be yours.
Who got in on it when I was trying to handcuff her?
It was me and her.
When she was on the ground.
Right.
I think y'all should do use of force as well.
You were on top of her.
Yeah, you were on top of her.
I mean, but everyone was hands on, so right? I don't know. All I know is like
I just helped you pick her up off the ground.
I remember that. All I know is I had to put my knee in her back. So, all right. You just want her resisting without?
Yeah.
Resisting without?
resisting without, yeah, just resisting without disorderly. 16-2.